EVO is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, and it's given us a lot of great moments. It's the most watched fighting game event, it's the most prestigious, and it's the largest gathering of fighting game players every year. And unfortunately, that last part is why it can't happen this year during a pandemic. Obviously, thousands and thousands of players from all over the world gathering in one spot for 3 days, and then bringing COVID-19 back with them home would be a seriously bad idea. So EVO was cancelled. Sort of. The main event is off, but there was a promise of some kind of online replacement, and it's better to have something than nothing, right? Maybe. The competitive fighting game community knows how bad netplay can be for a ton of games. In most fighting games, if you don't live near your opponent, then the connection and quality of the match drops significantly. If you wanted to play with someone from across the country, it could potentially be a terrible experience. And playing with someone on the opposite end of the globe, forget about it. The results can be as frustrating as they can be hilarious. Online tournaments do exist, of course, and you can argue that during this quarantine, they're arguably more important now than ever before. But how do we keep an online tournament from feeling like a joke, especially if the matches might look like this?
I can't play in this!
The most common solution is to region lock the event, so that only players from a specific state or country would be allowed to enter. Even though the matches will probably still be a little laggy, it goes a long way towards making sure that everyone in the tournament can have a decent experience. I've been running local tournaments for my scene in Arizona for half a decade, and I'm going to do the same for them online too. But EVO is a global event, so region locking tournament entry won't work. And the competitive FGC knows this, and they were preparing for their most prestigious tournament to become a joke overnight. Nearly all of the games originally in the 2020 EVO lineup are not known for having good netplay, and it gets even worse when you consider how difficult or impossible it would be to check if players have stable internet or are using Wi-Fi. Simply put, there's no way an online EVO could work and be taken seriously, especially with thousands of people from across the world all entering. Well, maybe it just won't work with the original lineup, so EVO ditched those games. All of them. Instead of the 8 or 9 relatively new fighting games originally chosen for the main stage, they picked just 4. 4 games, each with a reputation for having excellent netplay by fighting game standards. Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat 11, Skullgirls, and Them's Fightin' Herds. Almost as a whole, the fighting game community went from memeing all over the idea of how much of a catastrophe online EVO was going to be, to thinking, yeah, I could see this working. And in the last few weeks, I've seen a ton of players who have never considered playing these games before all give at least one of them a shot. So that's what I'm here to do. I don't know if any of these games would be my type of fun, but I'm fascinated to see what they do right. I wanted to pick one of them, give it a try from scratch without much prior knowledge of the game, and then see what it would be like for anyone who just picked it up blind and went right into the tutorial and then online. Also, I wanted to go out of my way to find some of the worst connections possible, and see how playable the worst case scenarios would be. And spoilers, the worst case scenario is still pretty damn good. In the end, I ended up picking Them's Fightin' Herds because it's the game I knew the least about, and a lot of my friends have all given it a chance recently. I'm not sure if it's for me long term, and don't worry, DBFZ is going to remain my focus. But I have to say that I am very impressed with what this game does right. And I really hope that more fighting games are updated with even half of the features that this horse-based fighting game has. With the introduction out of the way, here's my first experience playing Them's Fightin' Herds. Alright, so this is the game that's at EVO, if EVO was a real place this year. I know there's 6 characters, and it has good netplay, that's why I keep hearing. So that's what I really am curious of. How good is the tutorial, and how good is the netplay? And if someone were to actually pick this up because they're interested that it's at the biggest fighting game event in the world and replace their favorite game of, Street Fighter or Dragon Ball Fighters or whatever, what would, picking it up and having no idea about it actually be like? Local versus, arcade mode versus CPU, online, story, practice, options. Let's just go to, I assume training mode is in here. Or not training mode, tutorial. So it actually goes into system mechanics, air teching, ground teching, perfect block. I assume that's like instant block. Alright, so let's just get started with this. I'm curious how the game feels. Actually, I don't even know the characters' names. Velvet, this is... Oh my god, I know who all these characters are replacing. There's 6 of them, right? Oleander, Arizona, Paprika, Palm. If we had to guess who's a zoner, probably a zoner. Pompous characters are always zoner. This is like the Hilda, for sure. I assume this is the gorilla character. If any character is gonna have armor, I'd say it's this one. I'm totally guessing, by the way. I feel like a grandma trying to guess Pokemon names. Oh, this could be a zoner too. Oh, I have no idea. Grappler? Arizona's probably a grappler. Let's pick the character that is the state I live in. The head-ass character. Arizona's the head-ass character. Alright, we'll find out. But yeah, just for a little while I want to show the tutorial a bit and see what it would be like for anyone who has never seen the game before. Like, if they just bought it on Steam because it's doing well, what would they be confronted with? This reminds me, I haven't actually done a tutorial in so long. This is like Continuum Shift, I think was the first game I actually did a tutorial for, and I think Rachel was your guide. Alright, walking, we're doing it. We can jump. Oh, you can just tap, so it's got short hops. It's like Smash. I've never played a game with a short hop competitively, so this will be interesting. Are there auto combos? There are not. Alright, so first part of the tutorial is definitely if you've never seen a fighting game before. I think it lets you skip around to whatever section you want, so it's not like you're forced to go through these in order. I wish it taught people number pad notation using arrows, which are better, but if it was like, oh yeah, also this is a 6. If anyone ever says 2H, this is what they mean. I need games to start doing that. Blocking tutorial, excellent. It doesn't tell you it's gonna do no red, it just does it. I actually kinda like that. It is really weird seeing a game where I'm not standing on 2 legs. Wow, she hasn't even taught me to run yet and I'm already running? Yes, I am a professional fighting game player. Thank you for asking. Man, I'm so like used to Dragon Ball, I want to just hit LLL when I get in the air. I actually have to do ABC, I can't just hit AAA. Alright, so it is actually a lot like Dragon Ball in the sense where a quarter circle is kind of mapped to one special move. And you just get different versions of the same one depending on the button you hit. I like that the tutorial just kind of like fucks with you a little bit. I want more tutorials to actually like mess with you. Oh, you actually cancel from one special move to another. That's interesting. And it even is trying to give you the idea of like, oh, if you throw a fireball and someone jumps, you're gonna get hit. I actually really appreciate that they're kind of forcing you to learn that stuff. I like how they mentioned like everyone in this kingdom has a little bit of magic. Because in the thing that the game they wanted to make, not everyone has magic. Oh, that's sick. That is actually really cool. Oh, you can't like reverse beat in the air. Can you reverse beat in general? No, you can't. Okay, so it goes like light, medium to heavy, but you can't do heavy to medium or heavy to light. Oh, so I'm guessing different command grabs for standing and crouching? Actually, like legitimately a far range grappler? Oh my god, she has slide head? First impression, the tutorial seems pretty good. I think like if you haven't played a fighting game before, this is a lot better than other games give you. I kind of appreciate that they just call Super Super instead of like Omega Dynamax Horn Buster. I can never remember what every game calls their super. Oh wow, there are level 3s, okay. There's a level 2. Level 3s will be DLC. I keep inputting the follow-up backwards because I think I'm passing them. Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Could I treat this as Bionic Arm? Interesting. Oh, there's more, okay. What am I supposed to do? Just regular jump? Magic dash? Wait, what was that again? Is that like... Oh, right. Oh, 6P is the anti-air? Just like Guilty Gear, alright. Are these jump cancelable? They are. Nice. Are they special cancelable? They are. Do cows have elbows. Is this game trying to tell you to react to the command, to the actual like exclamation point? Because I kind of don't think that's, it's gonna be like a context thing, right? Like, oh, I think a throw is gonna happen. Does it actually want us to react to the throw itself? Is this like Dragon Rush? Wow, this thing actually is a better teacher than I am. It makes the point that, like, remember how much it sucks to get hit by things that are difficult to react to? Do that to other people. That's actually pretty good. Like, yeah, you're human, they're human too, or you're gonna be able to hit other people with the same stuff. I really feel like teaching people that they should be reacting to throw is not right. I don't know enough about the game to know for sure, but I think it's gonna be a context thing, not a you literally see the Dragon Rush and react to it thing, you know? Even Dragon Rush is like, it's context. You know you don't have to look for it all the time. So I don't know if that's the best first thought to put in people's heads. I don't know if I played a game with push blocking besides MVCI. But they got dead angle, guard cancel. Well, dead angle and push block so far, and they've hinted at perfect blocking. Yep. Insta blocking, sweet. You get meter, reduce block stun, and you get push backlash. So it is exactly the way it is in Persona. Man, they're laying it so much. I'm thinking they're gonna do it right after they land. 1000, there we go, okay. Oh my god, is it about to show proximity guard? Is it explaining proximity guard? Yeah, it's explaining proximity guard. Wow. I've never seen a game actually talk about what that is. They're calling it pre-block. I am really impressed with the information they're trying to give. Pony Game is the first tutorial that covers proximity. And like Dragon Ball, just hold a button, you'll tech. Okay. You can roll. Is this like BlazBlue where you're vulnerable when you roll? Or is it just move you? Let's go back. It looks like I could get hit. I don't know though. So they're doing slow-mo to like emphasize what's going on, I think. This is actually a pretty good line. There's a fine line between dedication and stupidity, but we can blur that line with armor. That's a pretty good line, actually. I like this guy, he gets it. Oh my god, we can actually see hitboxes and hurtboxes. I literally just put out a video where I had to draw these myself. I could have just done the whole thing in this game instead. Although the red box doesn't show up great on this stage. Is it gonna, if it explains that when two hitboxes touch each other, a clash happens, I'm gonna have to delete the video I just uploaded. Clash 101, just play Pony Game. Don't need it. Don't need this video. I like it that he puts emphasis on, there are 60 frames for each second of the time that you perceive. This is a really good tutorial. I'm just appreciating how good this is. I'm trying to put this into words. Why this is such a special feeling. A tutorial in a game with only 6 pony characters took Dragon Ball and Street Fighter Spotted Evo and has a tutorial mode that explains hitboxes, hurtboxes, frame data really well with slow-mo, and some, I don't want to call him evil, but some nihilist, donut-loving demon named Fred, who also does puns, is helping to explain it. I feel like I'm out of a job. I'm not needed anymore. Fred is gonna take over my YouTube channel. They did a good job with it. I'm happy with it. As you can feel from the tremendous pain, you are now in hit stun. As you can tell by the existential dread as your world just crumbles around you, Ultra Instinct Goku's level 1 is a counter, and your safe jump does not work. I like this guy. Wait, is Fred, like, playable? I definitely did not see this guy on the character select screen. This is an interesting way of showing frame data. I haven't actually seen it represented this way before, so it's pretty neat. So does it not say the frame? Oh, it's at the bottom of the screen. I'm distracted by the thing at the top. It's right at the bottom. Okay, 5 frame startup, and it's +1 on hit, +1 on hit, +0 on hit. That's nice. Oh my god, you can restand? That's cheap. Is there not like a specific combo section? Oh, they're in training mode. Okay, what are the stages like? How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 stages. Combo training is the second option when you pause the game in training options. Right at the top. They know what people are gonna do in training mode. Okay, so we can record a new combo. And I'm just gonna do like nothing good at all. Stop recording. We can save it as we can we name it? View the steps. Oh my God. It tells you what they are. You can watch it. You can start, wait, set starting step? You can start at the specific spot in the combo that you want to practice from. So you hit this, and then when it's over, I would just continue from there. Dude, that's amazing. I would like the countdown to be a little shorter, because it's kind of disorienting figuring out when to actually start hitting buttons again. But I think if you started at a good spot, like a launcher, it should be easy to figure out. Oh my God, it's still going though. How do I stop it? Don't want this. How do I turn this off? Get me out of here, save me. You know what I'm curious of? I want to go to the main menu. I just want to see how long it takes for this to load.
Take your pick.
Okay, that was like half a second.
Arizona.
And we're gonna random select. Or does it matter what stage we do? 1/1000, 1/1000. That's a loading time. I'm just imagining Dragon Ball or Under Night or Grand Blue feeling like this. I am playing on a solid state drive, so the loading time is gonna be faster than, you know, someone who's playing on a hard drive, but okay, let's actually do our combo training now. Combo trials, how many are here? Okay, so literally just ABC, we did it. ABC, we did it. It tells you how often you've gotten it too. Is there a reset button? You know, like hit select and instantly teleport into the corner in training mode or anything like that? I guess when you're doing combos, it just kind of does it for you. Oh, you have to short hop, okay. It won't reset me unless I get part of it and then fail. There we go. I really wish there was a quick way to like tell it to go back to the center. Okay, this is a lot longer. I wish it would show me the whole thing. I think we can view the steps though. I think we can even practice it from a certain spot, right? Quarter circle forward D, that's right. So this move, wall splats, and then what do we do after that? That's actually what I want to know. So let's combo train. This is how good the training mode is here. So I want to practice a combo from a specific spot. What's the section we're looking for here? Starting combo step. And the part we want is magic headbutt. So this is where we're going to start from. Back out. It'll go from here, and it'll let me just pick up the combo from the new part. And we get the wall bounce, and then we would do super, super dash. Hey, we did it. So if you want to practice by yourself, you have everything you want to do that. And if you don't want to do that, you can play online with actual good netcode. So you can always just do whatever you want. Where if I were to play Grand Blue today, like if I were to get on Grand Blue right now, I'd have to message a friend in the same state as me, one of the specific ones I know I have a good connection with, and hope they're available and play with them, and only play against the characters that they play because they only play those characters, and I can't get good experience against anyone else. The game takes forever to load. You know, I love the game. Like, playing the game is great, but all the other stuff, like how difficult it is to find people to play, to actually feel like I'm playing similar to how it would be offline, training mode, tutorials, all the things that actually help people stick with the game, like getting to play the game, these indie games do a lot better. And what do? We grab, and then after the grab, it's BC. All right, we did it. Let's see what netplay is even like. Pixel lobby, what is that? Okay, well, we're gonna be Soul Bad Guy. I don't know, let's cover up as much as possible. It's kind of cute, I'll admit, it's kind of cute. So I can just walk up to someone, I can spectate them, I can quick match them. Are these actual people playing? And it tells you their connection with you, 1 bar, 2 bar, or 3 bar. How big is this area? Can you go in these? Let's do quick match, this scares me. Our 1 bar is playable. That's something I'm curious of. All right, so let's just do casual match. Coming from DBFZ, seeing the sentence "1 bar is fine" feels really, really wrong. Cool, we have pretty high ping, but who cares? Let's do it. It actually feels really good though. Oh wait, okay, our launcher is not our anti-air. One anti-air. Jump at me. Oh my god, command grab, I forgot. Oh, it goes far too. It legitimately feels very playable. This was 160 millisecond ping, it said. Are we rematching? Oh, that's fast. We have to sit through the intro again, but that's okay. That's, you know, nothing. It's like 2 seconds. Do people in Arizona talk like Arizona? I don't think so. I've never met anyone who did. That was a 1 bar. So if that's a 1 bar, that's actually pretty solid. Let's find another 1 bar and possibly get blown up. What are these? Treasure chests? I got salt. 130 ping. This is actually lower than the last guy. Oh, I have no idea what any other character does, by the way, so we're probably gonna end up getting really confused really soon. Oh, more Arizona. Okay, cool. This is the only character in the game today. Does meter carry over between rounds? I haven't thought about that yet. Let's check. Yes, oh, okay. My meaties are not good though. Man, that overhead is like kind of wild. I don't think it's missed for anybody yet. I want to see if I can play with someone from like, who's the farthest away in the chat from Arizona? Oh, you can do training mode while you're in here? Hold on. Start matchmaking, and then go to training room. It loads, you know, I mean, someone put a clock on the screen, you know, like, how long does this take? We're in training mode. Are we still searching for a match? It says we are. Oh, cool, a character I have no information on. Good. Only 6 matchups to learn, but I know nothing about 5 of the characters, so. I'll just wake up buttons. Okay, it is, this connection is actually not working. This is bad. What is the ping on this? I didn't check. This is, wow, okay, yeah, this is bad. Is there like a quit option? It's select to see ping. Wow, up to 300 randomly from 180, 230. Yeah, it's probably Wi-Fi or something. It's not constant. Apparently, good netplay does not fix Wi-Fi. I'm gonna overhead. Let's overhead. She was on the other side. Oh, oh wow! I thought I won the match. What? There are limits to what rollback can save you from. Oh, she has teleports. That's sick. Hey, Dave. Oh my god, he stays out. That's so sick. That is actually mad cool. I have no idea what the page does. Can I break it? Doesn't seem like I can. Okay, I know that moves an overhead. But something else that doesn't look like one has been hitting me low, and I'm not sure what. Been purposely seeking out the worst connections possible. And to be perfectly honest, I can still do, and when I say this, keep in mind that I don't know combos. I feel like I could still do combos. 200 ping, yes. Just hit me with cool stuff. I'll try to block. It's also 200 ping, so keep that in mind. If I can feel like I can move around okay, I'm gonna be so happy. Oh wow, actually get float mix up, that's sick. This character's already super sick. This is like, I'm trying to think what this character reminds me of. Keep in mind, this is 190, 200, 214, and he's able to do combos like perfectly fine. The netcode is good when people actually have like a wired connection for sure. Oh, this character's corner carry is nuts. Combo training. See if we can do a few of these. Yes! We got it 1 out of 58 tries. Everything up until this point has been just day one. I just want to see what it would be like if some random person decided to pick up the game. So what would they do? They'd go through the tutorial, they'd learn some combos, and they'd probably try out netplay. Overall, I think my impression of the game is pretty good. The tutorial is really well done. The netplay seems pretty good. I went out of my way to exclusively play really bad connections when I did play, and I was still able to hit combos. Even though I was dropping them a lot, I felt like it was my fault, instead of it feeling like it was netplay's fault. The combos in matches felt the same as in training mode. I was missing them about the same amount, and when I dropped it, I knew it was my fault. Even when I was playing with people with 200 millisecond ping, which would be unplayable in like almost any game that I can think of. In fact, the only connection I had that I can remember being really bad was someone whose ping was swinging wildly all the way from 100 to 400 constantly the whole time. On day one though, one of the only problems I had with the game was the training mode, which seems super good. Don't get me wrong, it seems super good, but it's a little bit intimidating. Just to look at this, all the options look the same and you gotta scroll through all of them every time. Let's say I open up training mode settings and I scroll all the way down to push block and I'm looking for it now, it's up here. And I can set them to push block after the second hit. Like this is a good option. I can set it to anywhere. So second hit, they block one hit, they block a second hit, and they push block me away. That's a really cool option. But when I go to pause and change it again, I have to look for it again because when I go inside, I'm all the way at the top again. So let's say I want to change this where they push block from, instead of push blocking on the second hit, they're going to push block on the first. So now if I pause and try to go back to that, it's not here. It's somewhere in the middle again. I got to scroll all the way back down and find it, but everything looks the same. And it's not even in alphabetical order. These settings aren't broken up in a way that really makes sense intuitively. So we got to go all the way down here, find it again, switch it to push block after the first hit, and now we're good to go. Overall, training mode seems super powerful in this game. I actually don't think I've played a game that has had this many options and this much flexibility with those options. But at the same time, it's just not really intuitive. Anyway, some of the things you can do, you can use save states. So it's somewhere down here. Again, I would like this to be easier to find. It's on the select button. So by default, your select button will be used for save state. So if you press the button, you will go back to whatever that save state is. So if I leave the spot and press it, we just go back to the center. It's really fast. It's kind of like resetting the screen in Dragon Ball. Same kind of idea, except it's much more flexible. So if we hold the button, it gets rid of the save state. The screen kind of flashes red for a second. And now, if I hit the button again somewhere else, it goes green. If I tap it again, I go back to that spot. Exactly the same way that the game was. And obviously this could be really helpful and really useful. I just wish there was an easy way to reset back to the center without having to delete my save state, then go back to the center, reset, and then I can do it again. But either way, this is a super powerful, useful tool. Let's say we're doing like a long combo where we're gonna end in super. Well, not actually that long of a combo. Let's say we're gonna do a combo where we end in super and we wanna practice a thing where we catch them as they're falling with the lasso. Do we wanna have to do this full combo every single time? Or do we wanna just do this combo one time? And then we can hit a save state during the super. And now whenever we hit that button, here we are, we can just practice it from this point on. So if the part of the combo I was struggling with was getting this ender, I can just practice this over and over again without having to sit through the entire thing. And eventually, after a few tries, we should be able to get it. There we go. Maybe we could also use this to just really quickly test our options after we get a knockdown to cover, roll or something like that. So if I were to do this move regularly, it's a hard knockdown and the opponent can't roll. But if I were to do a full combo, at least one long enough where this gauge under the health bar would fill up, then now they can roll. So maybe it would be helpful to just do your combo and then hit a save state right at the end of it. But now we can practice our options in this situation really quickly. We can practice going for a throw, or we can practice trying to meaty after the roll is done, whatever we want to do. And we could really quickly save this save state, and we can try to find ground tech. We can switch it to backwards, and we can see what can we do that would catch backwards tech. But we can do even more with it. So if we go and find, again, I always am struggling to find these things. Let's see, where is this? It's the select button. Here we go. We can change this to, instead of being a save state, we can change it to a dummy recording and playback button. So now if we hit our select button, we will be primed to record. Hit it one more time, we'll actually be recording. And if we hit it again, we save it. Now, anytime we play back, it'll play back that recording. Pretty much every fighting game has some tool for recording, saving those recordings, and playing them back. And, you know, maybe we could use this to help us practice our anti-airs, or, you know, just practice reacting to a mix-up, or practice a situation, see what options we have to punish it. So the select button can be used for save states, or it can be used for dummy recordings. Or you can set it to both at the same time. So now if we hit the button, we'll be primed to record. We can record what we want. And then when we play it back, we'll be back in that exact same spot over and over again. I don't know enough about this game to know what you should really be labbing or what you should be working on to improve at yet. I'm too new to really know. But I do know that having a tool in training mode that lets you replay something in the exact same spot of the screen every single time has to be useful for practicing and labbing and learning the game. So maybe I want to practice an anti-air combo when my back is to the corner. Maybe the last match I had, someone just kept jumping on me when my back was to the corner. Now I can actually set up a recording, and I can practice that without having to reposition the opponent every time. This is just really convenient. Overall, I'd say this is a really powerful training mode. It's just not very intuitive. I think if they did anything really to help split it up in a way where it was easy to find what you were looking for, kind of like how Dragon Ball does it, this would be a nearly perfect training mode. But seriously, this is so good. We can see hitboxes if we want to. We can see how big our characters are, how big our attacks are. We can see really good actual attack data. We can see the frame data represented in multiple ways at the same time. We can set how they block, whether it's, you know, they never block, after first hit always, first hit only, random. We can set them to only block low, only block high. We can set them to push block after any number of hits that we want, so we can vary up when they do it. And there's clearly so much more stuff here. I wish more fighting games included half of these features. I just want this one to maybe organize it in a way that's easier to find what you're looking for and is easy to understand what these tools are without having to try them out a dozen times. You can even record combos, and then you can save them, and you can start practicing them. It even tells us that it starts with a short hop, blocked air jump B. You can even view the combo steps, so you can just see it all listed out. It would be really nice if they showed this in the exact same way that it shows it when you're doing the combo. This is all just text with, you know, nothing here, but when you do the combo in the actual game, you know, it's colorful, short hop forward, there's a directional arrow, it gives you the inputs, and it gives you the move name. So you can see on like the 5th or 6th thing in the combo is stomp A, which is down, down A. But when you go in here to look for the combo steps, and again, it all just looks like the same text to me, so finding it is difficult. When we go in here to actually look at the combo steps, it just looks so different. It's kind of hard to get an image of what the combo is here. But luckily, we can actually watch our combo. We can replay it back. Look, no hands. This is just super cool. I'm sure there's so much more we can do with this. You can see how often you are successful with the combo. You can see at what point we're dropping the combo most often. Let's say I always drop it after the jump B. So we can start here, and it will let us start at this specific spot. It's kind of awkward still, but I think the game is still being developed. I imagine it'll get more polished over time. So I can't imagine this game is for everyone, but I think for anyone who really just wants to be able to play a game online with good net play and just wants to try something new and something that's easy to get into because it actually has a good training mode, this could be what you're looking for. I don't know if it's for me long term, but I do know there's going to be a lot of days where I try to play Dragon Ball, but no one I have a good connection with is online, and I can't seem to find good connections online. And I just really want to play a fighting game. So maybe I'll just boot this game up and play with someone in a completely different country and still have a good time. I probably won't be making videos for this game. I just want to give it a chance, show it off a little bit, and maybe show what it's like to pick up a fighting game for the first time if you're, interested in trying a second one out. Anyway, if you want to continue learning fighting games with me, feel free to subscribe to the channel or follow me over on Twitch or Twitter to see when I go live. There'll be more Dragon Ball FighterZ and other fighting games on the channel soon. Thanks for watching.